Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing another Throughout the Years video, and I am up to sophomore year, which is grade 10, for those of you who don't know. So basically I'm just going to go through and talk about my experiences in sophomore year, but I also have some like post-sophomore year, like the summer, so it's kind of just like that year. Okay, so let's get started. So sophomore year was actually a pretty good year for me. It was definitely better than freshman year, I can tell you that. I turned 16 this year, so I finally became a man. And that's what happens when you turn 16, right? No? Oh. No, but really, this is the year that started me on my path towards where I am today, so it's a very important year, but we will get to that after everything that happened sophomore year. So this is the year that I discovered Hollister clothing, and like I was with Aeropostale, Hollister was the only clothing I ever wore, so if you saw me, I was wearing Hollister clothes, and I don't know, I think that's just stupid to just focus on one freaking clothing brand, but I was weird and a sophomore and stupid, but here's a picture of me when I was a sophomore, and I think this is when I started wearing my hair like down and like gelling it to like to the side, like little swoop, so that's when it started. Okay, so I auditioned for the school plays again, even though like last year I was completely heartbroken over what happened, how I didn't get in. But this year I had faith, like new director, new opportunity to be in the play, so I did it and I auditioned and I made it, yeah! I'm not actually sure if I can consider myself like one of the leads because the play, I don't even remember what it was called, but there was 8 like lead characters and I was one of them. Just because like all of our parts were pretty equal. It was about like the different stages of this person's life and there would be flashbacks and stuff, but I was the youngest of the ages and I played like a, what was I, like a 6-year-old or something? But I had a pretty cool costume. But it was just so much fun being a part of something again and just feeling like you were like a part of something cool, and it was sad because this was the last year that like my favorite like upperclassmen were leaving because they were seniors now, so that kind of inspired me to audition for the spring musical, which was Guys and Dolls, and oh my gosh, I had no freaking clue how to sing back then. Like, oh dear, like that audition was probably the worst thing ever. It was like you had to sing in front of like everyone, or like the guys and girls got split up, but so I had to sing in front of all the guys, and I mean I practiced a little bit before at my house and stuff, but I honestly had no clue what the heck I was doing, so I thought like to sing like musically for like a musical, I had to like lower my voice like this and be like la, and like so I sang the entire song like that, or the part that they had me sing, I sang super low, and I wish it was recorded because I probably sounded crazy. I don't know. I didn't know how to sing at all back then, so it's just funny to look back on that. But anyways, I made it in somehow, like some miracle. I think it was because like I did it like decent in the singing, not the singing, the dancing. I did kind of good in the dancing, so I think that's what got me in. I didn't even get a good part, I was just like part of the chorus, but it was still fun to just like be a part of it and like be able to hang out with like the upperclassmen like one more time before they graduated. Anyways, moving on. So this year I worked extremely hard in my classes because I wanted to like finally get out of my IEP, which is like an individualized education program. So I said before like I was in special education, but it's not like a special education class. It's like you have this disability and you can go and get like the resources you need, like there's a special classroom that I would be able to go into, and like they informed all my teachers about my disability and stuff, so I wanted to get rid of that. I just wanted to be completely equal to like all my peers and stuff, so I worked extremely hard to like get my grades up so I could like prove to them that I didn't need like the IEP and the special like education stuff. So it all worked out in the end, and I actually got into some honors classes for the next year, so I feel like if you just set yourself on like academic goal, it will really help you and like push you to want to like do better in school. And after I got out of that, my next goal was college, and that will probably be another whole like video about freaking college experience of like applying and rejection and all that stuff. Oh, speaking of classes and teachers and all that good stuff, I actually kind of got a teacher fired this year. She was a total bitch. She was just so bad. She was my Spanish teacher and everyone hated her. She was so mean. She treated kids like they were stupid and she just like wasn't a nice lady. So there was this one day in class, well actually before that day in class, that night, I spent like over an hour working on this homework, like book work, and I went in the next day, and she was going around and like collecting people's homeworks, and she's like, oh, this isn't the right homework, and I was like, what? Oh my gosh, like I just spent so long doing this all night. I was like, can I just please like redo it tonight? Like here you can take this. Like I did homework, it was just I wrote down the wrong page. And she's like, nope, sorry. And I was like, what? Like please, like I just wanna like do this homework assignment. Like I don't wanna like get a bad grade in this class. And she's like, well, I'm sorry, like you should have wrote it down correctly. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? So I got super angry and stuff, and I was just like kind of like getting loud with her, and I was like, why? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like it was a small mistake, can I please just like redo this? And she was like, no. So I don't know, we were just going back and forth, and she's like, you need to go to your special education class and chill out, or I don't even know what she said, but she basically announced to like all the students in the class like that I had a special education I was in special education classes and stuff, and that was something that I kept so secret from everyone. Like nobody like knew about that because I don't know, I was embarrassed by it. So my face got extremely red, and I just like I just raged out, and I was like, oh, so frustrated, and like I couldn't even see straight. I was so upset. So I like ran out the door and just, I don't know, I probably did not cuss at her, but I just probably said some mean things. But I ran out the door, went straight to the principal's office, and like told him everything that happened, and my parents got involved, or my stepdad like took care of it and stuff. So they had meetings with the principal and the teacher and stuff, and apparently there had been like many complaints about this teacher, so this whole situation kind of was just like the last straw, and she got fired. So that took care of that. Oh my gosh, I'm total Slytherin. I just realized that. Yep, my father will hear about this, so don't mess with Joey Graceffa, or else his father will get involved. Okay, so moving into more funner things. My school had this thing called Mr. MHS, which was like a male like beauty pageant, but like without the beauty. It's kind of just like making fun of like girl beauty pageants and having like guys go up and do these stupid things. So there was like the legs competition, the talent part, and the questions, and like your intro and stuff. So I got nominated to be Mr. Sophomore by my class, so that was cool. And I represented, but I actually didn't even make it that far. For my intro, this was when the video Shoes Kelly, became like viral and stuff. So for my intro, I entered through the back of the auditorium, and the music just like blasted, and I like sang the Shoes song on my way down, and I was dressed as Kelly, so I looked crazy, and I went on stage and performed a little bit and like had shoes and stuff. So it was a cool like intro thing. I looked like a psychopath, of course, and I don't even think I made it any further in the competition, so oh well, it was a fun experience. And lastly is the most important part of sophomore year, even though it was like after sophomore year, actually no, it was the end of sophomore year, would have to be starting YouTube. Oh my goodness. So it was the very last, or like one of the last days of school. It was a half day, and me and Brittany were just like, hey, like let's do a video, and we decided to come up with a stop motion video, which was called Humanation. So that was our very first YouTube video, and I came up with the name Winter Spring Pro because of this picture that I found on Google Images, which was a tree that was half dead and half alive, and yeah, we just started like creating videos and stuff, and they were just like sketch comedies, and eventually Winter Spring Pro grew and then led to Joey Graceffa, and here I am today in front of this camera, 90 something years old, talking to you all. So yeah, that's kind of like how that started, was sophomore year. I guess I'd call it like the summer is when it really like became a thing for me, was YouTube. So 2007 I think it was, or 2008, I forget, one of those years. 2007, yeah, 7. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure to give it a giant freaking thumbs up. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow. May the odds be ever in your favor. Goodbye. Hi guys, so I'm here at E3, and right now I'm headed to the Wii whole Nintendo section, which looks like this. Freaking crazy, but oh my god, check this out. Oh my gosh, Pikmin 3.